on no hits. They leave a runner stranded, no errors by the Bison. And we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. They lead 11-1 here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
To find places location near you and receive special offers. Race. Let's welcome Caleb, Hank, and Ryan. It's a $1 prize pack. All right, guys. On marks, get set, go! And they're off the $1 prize pack. Caleb is in yellow, Hank in blue, and Ryan is in green. And Ryan has the lead near the finish line. Our winner is Ryan. Congratulations, Ryan has won a Whataburger prize pack. Whataburger is proud to serve Tiger fans 24 hours a day. Defensive changes for the Tigers. Now catcher number 28, Blaze Priester. Now pitching for LSU, number 33, Dalton Beck. 28 Priester, catcher. 33 Beck, now pitching for LSU.
You can find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Tigers have a new pitcher on the mound. His debut on the mound this year for LSU, but not his debut, Dalton Beck.
Yeah, Dalton Beck, left-hander, 6'2", 200-pound transfer from Incarnate Word. And Beck is 88-91 with the fastball. Going to throw a slider, changeup, and also has a sinker. So the sinker works like kind of a two-seam. He's going to throw that sinker in the lefties, and he's going to throw the four-seamer more to right-handers. And interested to see this young kid.
You've been dreading him coming in the game since he was signed in the.
Was there something?
You can't get Incarnate Word out. You just can't do it. Never have it. It's been 9 years now. Don't expect it here. Dalton Beck starts it off with a pitch to Will Mann, the two-hole hitter. Low and away for ball one. It was better, though.
I thought it was okay.
It's getting better. Here's one downstairs, called a ball. It's 2-0.
It's just a tricky one if you don't really look at the words.
Considering we started with Incarnate World, actually. Incarnate World. There's a strike from Beck. It's 2-1. Again, Beck has not pitched yet this year for LSU, but he has had some at-bats. He's 1 for 3 on the season.
And we saw Chandler Dorsey get his debut yesterday in the win.
Beck misses again. It's 3-1.
And you heard Coach Jay Johnson rant and rave about Dorsey and coming in and getting his opportunity, staying patient, and really doing a great job yesterday. Hopefully Beck getting his opportunity will do the same thing.
Well, if he doesn't start it off the best way with ball 4 there, it's the last thing that Jay Johnson wants to see with a 10-run lead. That will probably get some movement down in the Tiger bullpen. Looks like number 52, Grant Fontenot, starting to stretch it out a little bit. Kyle Law, now the hitter, struck out his first time up, was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. That one almost gets him for ball 1. Law hitting 200 on the year. Hits this one off the end of the bat to second base. Took a while to get out there. It's kind of a lazy line drive where Will Mann had to stop because it kind of looked like it was going to be a soft line drive into Tanner Reeves' glove, but it got down. It's very strange. A lot of spin on that ball. But the fielder's choice will put Law on first base, and Mann will be retired at second for the first out of the inning. That was really strange how that ball came off the bat. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Davis Hamilton, who's 1 for 1 tonight, stands in. Hamilton up to 364 on the year. Another called strike, or the first called strike, 1-1 now to Hamilton.
Yeah, you said it, Doug. Beck has had 3 at-bats for LSU. His first appearance on the mound.
Check swing down the third baseline, foul, and it's 1-2.
How about this? Last year, he was the Southland Conference Newcomer of the Year. Hit 377, 20 doubles, 18 home runs, 67 RBIs in 57 games.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that gets to do it all. Boy, didn't you want to pitch and hit?
Well, when you can do it all, you get the opportunity.
1-2. This one's hit well down the right field line, hooking foul. It'll stay at 1-2. You got to do it all.
Yeah, just not a lot.
But I mean, you actually, did you ever pitch in a game?
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, I was on the mound when we won the SEC tournament.
There you go, and you hit the last
Closed out Vanderbilt. I mean, we don't have to talk about me. This is about the 2025 Tigers.
Look, it's 11-1.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just looking for something of interest. Breaking ball misses high. It's 2-2 now.
Interesting route for Beck, though. He started off at Grayson College. Then 2023 season went to Kansas State. 2024 Incarnate Word, and now he's here at LSU.
2-2, swing and a miss. Second out here in the top of the 5th inning. First strikeout for Dalton Beck, the 8th of the game for Tiger pitchers.
A good fastball just right at you, and with 11-1 lead, that's what you got to do. No free passes. Go right at him.
Two down, runner at first. Left-handed Colton Becker stands in. First pitch called strike outside corner. Dalton Beck starting to heat up a little bit. That one's downstairs. Misses off the outside corner for a 1-1 count. Modest lead over at first from Kyle Law. Off the end of the bat, foul down the third baseline. There's a weird spin too. That one started to roll back to fair territory. One and one's the count. Pitch from Beck, misses away. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Final line for William Schmidt. He went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits and a run. It was earned. He had 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. He did hit 3 batters, so he certainly got his money's worth tonight. That one's down low for ball 3. It's now full count to Colton Becker, who was 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out his last time up, walked back in the 2nd inning. Three-two pitch, runner off. Ball hit through the right side for a base hit. Law will make his way around to third base. And Becker, with the single to right field, keeps the inning alive. It'll now be first and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
Well, North Dakota State not going away quietly. It's even though a 10-run lead, they're still up there battling. Now Timon Long, his second at bat of the night, struck out the first 2 times. Excuse me, his third at bat of the night. Dalton Beck trying to make it number 3. Fastball, called strike, inside corner. Again, we welcome in our TV viewers tonight, and of course, as always, our radio listeners, the LSU radio team, bringing you tonight's play-by-play action. That one misses away. It's 1-1. Had the great Skip Burtman here with us for a few innings earlier. Always great to hear from Coach Burtman. 1-1, swing and a miss. Challenge him with a fastball underneath the hands, and Beck gets ahead 1-2.
Dalton Beck making his debut on the mound for the Tigers with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it in the top of the 5th inning. Beck, Tigers subbing for Curiel, will lead it off. Costello still hitless on the year. He is 0 for 4. He has come around to score 2 runs. First pitch misses high. It's 1-0.
New pitcher for the Bison on number 35, Leland Wilson. Left-hander, 6'5", 215 pounds. Wilson making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's thrown 1 inning before this.
There's a called strike to make it 1-1.
Giving up 5 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. And Wilson's going to be 83 to 85 at the fastball. Going to throw a curveball and a changeup.
Costello, a big kid in the left-handed batter's box, takes one low and away to go to 2-1 now.
Wilson last year did have 8 starts. He was 1-6.
One fouled back into the screen. It's 2-2. Jared Jones still on deck. In the 2 spot. He has played 3rd base the last 2 innings. No chances yet over there at 3rd. Breaking ball, again fouled in the screen. Costello stays alive.
I was wanting to see that slow chopper to him down at 3rd base.
Yeah.
See him come in and
bunt.
Yeah. Throw on the run, maybe, first base. Jacob Myers still getting loose in LSU's bullpen.
Sixth pitch of the at-bat is a ball downstairs. It's 3-2 now.
Doug, we were able to go down to the bullpen before the game started, and we saw just the new area down there. It's tighter than you think.
Yeah. Ball 4, nice at bat there by Ryan Costello.
I'll say this: there's 3 mounds, and we have the ability to look at a screen here in our booth. And Jacob Myers is not on the right side of the mound because the top of the roof slants down, and he releases it so high, as you talked about, that he's got to either be in the middle or all the way to the left-handed side of the mound so he doesn't hit the top of the grandstands.
Yeah, I mean, if you're claustrophobic down there. But it's a nice little area, and they plan to expand it to allow the pitchers to do some other stretching and stuff further under the Community Coffee Diamond Deck. First pitch to Jared Jones, hit a mile in the air to right center field. I don't think this ballpark's going to hold that one, and it will not. That's 2 home runs tonight for Jared Jones, another 2-run home run. How about 105 miles an hour off the bat? Both home runs tonight for Jones, Buzzy, to the opposite field.
And not that Jones needs the wind to help him to hit a ball out of the ballpark, but if it's ever a time to hit the ball to right field, it's tonight with that wind gailing out from left to right. But another good piece of hitting. We said it earlier about how well Tommy White would do it to the opposite field, and Jared Jones just leans back on one and drives it out to right center. That's pretty to watch.
Let's see here if we can get the distance, Buzz, for the next pitch. 371 feet to right center field by Jones. Now Ashton Larson, his first at bat of the night. Hammers one down the line and right. Will it be fair or foul is the only question. It's foul. Hit the side of the Marucci Performance Center down there. That one came off the bat at 97 miles an hour. Goodness. Larson in the space of Dickinson as hits one hard out to left field. Will Mann gives it a chase. Has to run back a few feet, puts the glove on it for the first out here in a very loud bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, good swing by Larson. I liked him staying on that pitch the other way. A guy that I think will have some say-so in this lineup as the year continues. He was a 2024 freshman All-SEC and got a lot of talent. Again, I think he'll be a part of this lineup as the season continues in some capacity.
Now, Cade Arambidi hit his first home run last night. 2-run homer out to the Bartlett Group left field landing. Aaron Beatty.
Batting for Josh
I think he's going to be a name that we hear for a lot over the next 3 years, Buzzy.
Absolutely. Number 1 player out of the state of Texas. Number 1 high school catcher.
Breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. Aaron Beatty hitting for Josh Pearson. Pearson finishes the night 0 for 1. He did reach base twice, hit by a pitch and walked. Big swing there from Aaron Beatty. Comes up empty. It's 1-1. Thought about it. Decided better. Good decision. 2-1 now. That one just missed upstairs.
It was good to see Aaron Beatty put a ball out of the ballpark last night. He just needs a couple good at bats, a couple balls to find the hole and get that confidence going.
2-1. They went with the off speed again for a strike this time to make it 2-2. Two-two pitch. Hit high in the air to the right side. Looks like this one's going to get out of play. Aaron Beatty from Tomball, Texas. I was in Tomball, Texas this weekend.
Outskirts of Houston.
Right on the outskirts of Houston. Stayed with a good buddy, former Tiger, Casey Kuntz, while watching my oldest son over there play some baseball. Aaron Beatty moves it to 3-2 as he lets that one go off the outside corner.
How's old Casey doing? Hadn't seen him in a while.
He's doing great.
Good guy.
Doing great. Love him. Actually told me last year when I stayed with him for a tournament up there about Aaron Beatty. 3-2 pitch. Smoke to left field. Man on a chase. What a play. What a play. Man on a dead sprint toward the line. Dive. I mean, a sellout dive and made the catch. What a great play.
Yeah, Aaron Beatty just looking for some good fortune right there. That wasn't good. That's one he's going to think about for a while. Like you say, when you're struggling a little bit, you need a lot of things to go your way to get yourself out of a little hole. And Becker made a heck of a play there in left field coming on. That's not easy with that ball diving down hard like it did.
Did move Becker over to left field. Mann is now in right field. Good catch there, bud. Michael Braswell gets his first at bat of the night. Braz has started off slow this year, takes the first pitch, a breaking ball. Pretty much that's all we're seeing here from Wilson is curveballs, and it's 1-0 to Braswell. 13-1, your Tigers lead it. For all of you listening on air, Braswell takes the 1-0 for a strike. Right over the outside corner at the knees, it's 1-1. That one must have missed low. It's 2-1 now. Braswell at 167 in the early season. 3 RBIs so far. He has a couple doubles. 2-1, big swing, fouled straight back into the backstop. And that'll even up the count.
People don't know this about Braswell. Actually, came in as a pitcher too at South Carolina. Was actually a John Olerud Award semifinalist in 2022.
I want to say his fastball was in the low mid 90s. 2-2 pitch, hit up the middle. That's going to find a hole. Braswell with a single joins the hit parade. That is the 10th hit of the night for this LSU offense.
Hey, you hear me talk about it all the time. You stay back through the middle. A lot of hits there. And Braswell did that. Didn't hit it terribly hard, but hard enough right back through the chute. That's what you're looking for.
I say that's where the money's at. Now Ethan Fry. He's going to get his chance to join the parade. He'll hit for Jake Brown. Fry has a home run on the year. 2 home runs on the year. Takes the first pitch of ball.
Yeah, he
He
hit his second homer against Sam Houston in that win on Sunday in Frisco, Texas.
The 1-0 called a strike. And it's 1-1 now to the junior out of Rose Pine, Louisiana. One's down in the dirt. Braswell back to first base. Two-one hit high in the air to right side. The right fielder, who is now Will Mann, scurries underneath it for out number 3.
It's 93 to 97 miles an hour with a slider and a split finger, and it's right over the top coming right at you.
Yeah, he lets it go from the moon. That was 96 miles an hour, misses low and away. It's 0-1. Alex Erlob is the hitter. He is 1 for 1 tonight, hit by a pitch in the second and singled his last time up. This one's hit high in the air to the right side. Who is that in right field now? He's changing every inning.
Is that not still? No, it's not. It's Fry.
Yeah, Ethan Fry. They still have him as a pinch hitter up there on the board. So that's 1 out. Blaze Priester is now behind home plate.
Now batting second baseman Luis Garcia.
And David Hogg is at second base. Luis Garcia is the hitter. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Myers with a lot of potential. The only thing, and obviously the stuff's there, at times he can just get a little wild.
There's a fastball that just misses. It's 2-0. Braswell's in at shortstop. Costello still at first base. Jared Jones is still over at third. Another pitch misses the strike zone from Myers, and it's 3-0.
Did you catch Mikey Ryan at third base?
Oh, that is Mikey Ryan at third. How did I mistake him for Jared Jones? That's when you know you've been here too long. There's a pitch called a strike. It's 3-1. Who we got out in center field there?
Mick Paul.
Nick Paul.
Stay with me, partner. I'll take you places.
There's another strike. 3-2 now for Myers. For all those that know you, they just got a good chuckle. 3-2. Just misses upstairs. Ball 4.
What is that for LSU? That is 4 walks on the evening.
4 walks, 3 hit by pitch. Spraying it around a little bit again tonight. Bennett Frieder, the catcher, stands in. His third at bat. He is 0 for 1. Watch out.
Yeah, you know, Doug, I thought Skip made a really good point, as he does always. But you know, you look at the scouting report for LSU, and it's every pitcher. It seems like they've got 4 and 5 pitchers, at least on the report.
Right.
Sometimes 1 or 2 really good pitches can be just as effective as 5 okay pitches.
The 1-0 pitch down in the dirt, and it's 2-0. You know, for Coach Bergman to call a pitch like one of the arrows in your quiver, you had to be able to throw it 7 out of 10 times for a strike, like where he wanted it, not just down the middle. But if you couldn't throw it 70% of the time for a strike, he just didn't call it.
Then you didn't have a pitch.
You
didn't have that.
You could want it real bad.
Right.
Like I wanted to change up really, really bad. Work my butt off every week, threw it in that bullpen, and just never could really throw it in there enough times to call it in a game. 2-1 now. As Myers found the strike zone. He's fouled back in the screen. It's quickly 2-2 to the Bison catcher. So to your point, first of all, you only have so much time and so many pitches to work on each pitch. And if you can't throw that pitch over the plate more times than not, then again, it's just something you're working on and not really part of your arsenal. 2-2 pitch, fouled back in the screen. That makes sense to you?
It absolutely. I thought I made the same point. You just elaborated on it.
You did, for sure you did. But every scouting report we see now,
sure,
each pitcher has 3, 4, or 5 pitches. 2-2. Misses 3-2. Like, I even remember, like, when you would ask someone what they threw, if they went with fastball, curveball, slider, change, you kind of gave them a little like, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This guy again.
Exactly. Full count. Myers hit high in the air to right field. This one hit pretty hard, but not hard enough, as Fry able to get to the warning track and haul it in for out number 2.
Right-handed pitcher for the Bison getting loose. That's Cade Wiegert.
And Jake Schaffner is on deck, but Nate Yeski out to have a talk with Myers. Double barrel action down in the bullpen, a couple right-handers.
Yeah, you got Grant Fontenot, who's one of the right-handers, and number 43, that's Connor Benj getting loose.
You know, Schaffner is ready to get the heck out of Baton Rouge. He came in hitting .436. And at this point, after being 0 for 7, he's at .362. So things have gotten really fast here.
And I like him as a player, though. You can tell
he's
got good actions.
I bet he's not there next year.
Oh, there ain't no doubt.
How big is he? Let's see.
He's 6'2", 275 pounds as a sophomore.
What you want it to look like, you know what I mean? Schaffner, a lefty, flew out in the first, grounded out in the third, and also in the fourth. The pitch from Myers misses away. It's 1-0.
Yeah, you say it as a joke, Doug, but if you're North Dakota State, it's like, he's such a good player. You know, there are going to be a lot of people on him if he wants to get in that transfer portal. He probably can go to a lot of places if he wants.
That one's downstairs. It's 2-0. If he'd have rattled off about 6 hits here in these 2 games, he might have been right here in front of us next year. That is the way it goes these days. Misses away. It's 3-0 now for Myers, who's been, I guess you could say, erratic here in the top of the 6th. 3-0 pitch, fastball down the middle, called strike. Runs on 10 hits for LSU, 1 on 3 hits for North Dakota State. Ball 4.
Yeah, look, I think although LSU had 6 hits in the bottom of the first inning, I mean, that's a lot of hits in 1 inning. I think most of the time pitchers give hitters too much credit, especially amateur college hitters. And they try to make the perfect pitch all the time when you just make a confident pitch. I think you have just as much of an opportunity of success than trying to be so perfect and walking guys and getting behind in the count.
And that's ball 1 to Will Mann. Will Mann is the second hitter in this lineup. North Dakota State just fighting to stay alive here as they're running out of opportunities. They need at least 3 runs to keep this one alive through the 7th. Another one misses from Myers. It's 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're North Dakota State, it's take until you get 2 strikes maybe to try to get back in this game. I mean,
wouldn't be crazy. 5 walks issued now by LSU pitching. That one gets back to the backstop. It'll be 3-0. Runners will advance to second and third.
Much easier said when you're sitting in the booth, but of course, nobody, when they get out on the mound, is trying to not throw strikes. They obviously are trying to compete, but just got to find something extra, find that, dig down deep, and figure out a way to get the ball over the plate.
Yeah, that comes with, reps, right? Being able to fix things out on the mound before it gets out of control. And Myers, again, 3-0, he's had no problem throwing it right down the middle, and his stuff's so good, you almost want to go out there and say, big guy,
right.
It's just no signs, no signals, just throw it down the middle for him. Misses ball 4.
Well, you got to be able to fix yourself too, Doug. I mean, you know that as well as anybody being a pitcher. If you're overthrowing the curveball or you're missing high with the fastball, you got to know what your body's doing and how you can correct it. You can't just look at the pitching coach to come out every couple batters and try to get that fixed for you. You got to be able to do it yourself, have some self-awareness.
Speaking of the pitching coach, I don't see him, but I don't know that Jay Johnson's going to watch too much more from Myers, who can't find the strike zone. There's a strike, finally gets ahead to Kyle Law.
He had 96 miles an hour.
Law 0 for 2 tonight, struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning, and reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. This one is hit high in the air, foul down the right field line. Not quite in the parking lot.
Of course, I'll tell you, Doug, at releasing it, would you say Myers releases it at 6'4"?
7'3".
7'3". That's way up there. I don't know, as a pitching coach, how you tell him to correct it if you never had anybody that releases it that high before.
0-2. Misses. High fly ball, left side. Braswell's giving chase, makes the call, having to run in pretty hard towards third base to squeeze it for out number 3. Myers gets the job done. Blaze Priester going to lead it off for the Tigers here. He subbed in for Hernandez behind the dish. And let's see, Priester has had 2 at-bats this year so far. Priester hitting from the right side out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, right down the street. It's this one a mile high in the air to center field. Center fielder, right fielder converge. Kyle Law calls him off. That's out number 1.
Hey, but that's what you're looking for. Priester's in there in a 12-run game. He's not looking for the walk. He's getting up there and getting his hacks in and just gets underneath one.
David Hogg, the second now. I want to say he is making
getting his
first at bat.
Getting his first at bat, he is.
Well, it might be his. I'm not sure about plate appearance, but it's his first at bat for sure. First pitch, ball.
Well,
gone.
yeah, I take that back. You're right.
Did
He
he
drew a walk and drove in a run. So this is his second at bat.
Second at bat of the year for Hall. Freshman out of Mansfield, Texas. Right-handed hitter takes the 1-0 offering for ball 2. Hogg let that one go, called ball 3. Didn't miss by much, but it's 3-0 now. He's looking for his second walk of the year. Called strike. It's 3-1. So you're saying if you're a freshman, it's 3-1. You're like
pulling a muscle,
coming and
yeah, I mean, we're screwing ourselves on the ground right here.
Just making sure. 3-1 pitch. Hogg does just that. Yeah. Fouls it off the cap. Back toward the on-deck circle to move it to 3-2 now.
Yeah, he was number 21st ranked shortstop in the nation in the 2024 class. Reached base safely in all 31 games in high school. Hit .411 with a .534 on base percentage.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Mick Paul will get a chance.
Now batting center fielder, number 13.
have Paul out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Tigers have struck out 4 times tonight. Paul hitting from the left side, lefty-lefty matchup, takes the first one low. Ball 1.
Like many of these LSU players, of course, Paul was the #1 ranked outfielder in the Utah for the class of 2022.
He's 2 for 5 with 4 runs scored so far. He's played sparingly, but he has had some time, and he takes the 1-0 for a strike. There's another called strike right down the middle. It's 1-2. You know, this at bat might not mean much in terms of this game, but for Mick Paul, this at bat means a lot. He's right in there in that mix of guys that could get more opportunity. Chops this one foul to stay alive.
Well,
and as you know, like when you're on the bubble and you're not getting the time, when you do get your opportunity, you feel this pressure because you feel like you have to get the hit to earn your next opportunity.
Well, we feel like there's a position, maybe even 2 in the outfield that are still semi up for grabs.
The 1-2. Hit well to left field. Down the line and foul. Becker on his horse there. Maybe last year that's an out, but not this year.
Well, it's certainly in play last year, and they would have to deal with the bullpen mound. But you're right, that may make the batting average go up a little bit for the LSU Tigers
so far. One ball, 2 strikes. Paul again fouls it off, able to extend the at-bat. Mick Paul out of Salt Lake City, Utah, redshirt sophomore. Again the 1-2, again slap foul down the right field side this time.
LSU will have one more weekend before SEC play starts. They'll have North Alabama coming in for a 3-game set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they'll have Xavier in a midweek game. And then Missouri comes to town. So SEC,
it's here.
Exactly. It's amazing how it seems like it takes forever for the season to get here, and you blink your eyes and SEC play is upon you.
1-2. Bender misses downstairs inside, and it's 2-2.
And it'll start getting fun after Missouri. You got Texas and Austin. I mean, it's SEC is always challenging, and it seems like every team that comes in, even if they're at the bottom of the league,
it's going to be a war. It doesn't matter. 2-2. Swing and a miss. That'll put the bottom of the 6th inning in the books. Tigers still lead at 13.
Get some confidence, throw a lot of strikes, and finish up this game.
Yeah, Fondo's going to start it off. We'll see if we see Maverick Rizzi, who is down in the bullpen. Actually, is that Myers just finishing up a bullpen down there?
It's exactly what it is.
Myers just getting some extra work. The first 2 pitches to Davis Hamilton, the 4-hitter in this lineup, caught balls. It's 2-0 to start it off in the top of the 7th. We'll remind you that this is a 10-run rule in effect game. Tigers looking for 3 outs to earn the win here in their 13th win of the year. But got to throw strikes for that to happen, and Fondo is now 3-0. There's a strike at the knees, 96 miles an hour. It's 3-1 now. That one's called low, ball 4. That's another walk issued by Tiger pitching. That is 7 now, and Buzzy, that's 32 walks in the last 5 games for this LSU pitching staff.
Yeah, that's not going to make pitching coach Nate Yeske or head coach Jay Johnson very happy. I mean, again, winning the games, that's good, but you want to learn, you want to get better even with wins, and that's one thing LSU will have to clean up.
And a hit batter. Slider gets away from Fontenot. First two batters of the inning now on board. Colton Becker took that one off the back knee. He's limping down to first base. So the woes continue in terms of command. That is the fourth hit batter now. That is 11 free passes with 7 walks issued by this Tiger pitching staff tonight. And Timon Long has struck out in all 3 of his at-bats tonight. First pitch called strike. There's another strike. Fontenot looking to get dialed in here. It's 0-2. Name of the game is that the Tigers get 3 outs before the Bison score 3 runs. And the ball is hit very well but fouled. Count remains at 0-2 for Timon Long.
Yeah, I believe that was either the changeup or the slider. Had it at 86 miles an hour.
It was 105 off the bat. That one just misses. Not quite sure where, but it's 1-2.
How about a good sinker? Get you a good ground ball here, Grant.
Check swing. They'll peel down to first base. And they'll just call him out at home plate. So there's an out for Grant Fontenot. He desperately needed that. Got the strikeout. That is the 9th strikeout of the game. 10th strikeout of the game for Tiger pitchers.
Yeah, Fontenot went to the breaking ball and Long just couldn't hold up on the swing, the check swing.
Big first out here is now Alex Erlob, the first baseman. Nope. We'll have a pinch hitter. It'll be Luke Shanahan. We haven't seen him hit yet. He'll get his first at bat. Chops this one foul toward the LSU dugout. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Shanahan a long way from home at North Dakota State from Jacksonville, Florida. 6'4", 215 pounds.
Having a rough start. He's 0 for 15 on the year. Another one fouled back in the screen. It's 0-2. And when you're 0 for 15, you feel like you're 0-2 every at bat.
You do, and it feels like every pitch a pitcher makes is right on the corner.
There's one off the corner for ball 1. Vance Capital One is offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? 1-2 pitch. Chopper going to be a tough play up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. At least one's going to come around and score. That'll make it 13-2. And the first hit of the year for Shanahan puts runners at first and third with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need is a hitter when you're in a slump early in the season to get out of. You just need a ball that finds a way to get through the infield to get that hit, that 1 underneath the H on the stats.
There's a fastball called a strike to Luis Garcia. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout, a fly out, and he walked his last time in the 6th. Garcia, chopper, looks like a 2-ball, 4-6. He beats it out at first base. The run comes in. It's now 13-3, but 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Well, when Fontenot's going good, he'll throw that sinker and they'll get a lot of ground balls. He got 2 in the last 2 hitters, just a little one too many bounces with the ground ball allowed Garcia to beat it down to first base.
And now Bennett Frieder, the 9th hitter in the lineup, takes the first pitch for a strike. It's a slider. It's 0-1. Fastball misses low. It's 1-1 now. As Fontenot is moving pretty quickly out there. Another 96-mile-an-hour heater. 1-1, another breaking ball, another strike. It's 1-2. Tigers one pitch away.
Yeah, North Dakota State will continue their road trip. They'll travel down I-10 to face Tulane this weekend.
The 1-2, chopped foul behind home plate. And for the time being, Frieder keeps this game alive. The 1-2 pitch. Chopper out to Braswell. Fields it on the hop, moving forward. Fires across to Costello. And that'll do it. Tigers win 13-3 to improve to 13-1 on the season. 13 runs, 10 hits for the Tigers, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Bison. No errors made in this game. Stay tuned. We'll come back, tell you how this one all shook out here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Không đâu, ba gửi ra thôi. Ba gửi ra thôi.
Cái gì đơn gì?
Mà gọi cả bà nội thì báo quá.
Sao mà hay vậy? Quên bỏ vào mấy quần đùi xong rồi còn đổ đồ ăn nên bỏ vào một nhà đến đó. Quần đùi thế 5-6 cái quần đùi này quánh vào ấy. Thế đợi sao em hỏi đấy.
Làm luôn đi.
Chả làm luôn nhưng mà cứ thế đợi đi. Đủ.
Làm luôn đấy. Đủ rồi.
Thay quần áo gì ạ? Để không nóng.
Chơi mà.
Chứ mà thay lúc nữa mới ăn được. Chưa đủ đặt đâu. Lớn thì người nó xem vừa không đã. Không để hiểu lại cho bà. Dơ thì mình biết xem không vừa không dơ vậy. Không vừa thay anh ơi, nó vừa tới xong quần áo mới là mọi người giận đấy. Không vừa không đấy.
Ăn cọ nào thì ăn cọ nhé. Và mua đồ cho nó nhé.
Làm gì ăn làm cái gì vậy?
Vậy là con không nhà mà không được.
Thì ăn đi cái này mà cũng thu với thôi. Cái gì giật mình?
Không phải đổi nữa.
Cái này với nó nguồn năm tháng chút thôi, nó ra ngồi mặc được.
Cần hết chưa Vương?
Phút rưỡi.
Đấy, anh chuẩn bị cái gì đấy. Ôi đây. Xong phát mà lên hàng ngay. Nên cả ngay vô vào. Từng giây phút một.